All right, let's keep going. Arenas like this are why I'm glad for autofill. Man, I used to love this mouse that I'm using, and it just seems like it's lagging so badly lately. It's kind of a bummer. Does parrying not turn off Black Widow's block? Maybe I was late on the parry, but she's also old enough that that's very possible. It's kind of annoying. Hey, Zim, how's it going, man? Yeah, I have had almost no time to do this all week, and or haven't wanted to. I think you saw some of the Warhammer stream that I did instead of this. Um, nope, not there. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's shards, so here I am. Yeah, I hear that, Sim. Hey, Zach, Lee, how's it going, guys? Hey, Highline. Illusion. Welcome, everyone. You're at 440k in this arena and don't have to touch it again. I do not blame you, man. Building poise against this AI is freaking nightmarish. Colossus, Mysterio, or Red Hulk? Personally, I would go Red Hulk for general use, but there are arguments for all three. Yeah. Spoiler for the war video, I guess. Maybe I clicked the wrong thing. But yeah, they are pushing hard this season, and we are not. Just thinking about my battle group. Whoa, what is OBS doing? Is that happening to y'all? And that's not happening on my screen. Let me hit next. It's not going away. Holy crap. Okay, that must have been the cord. That happened before. Is it fair to say any sheller is trying hard? Touche work. Touche. But what I was going to say was just that within our battle group, I can think of, I think there were at least three deaths where, it was like on pace to be a solo under normal circumstances, but the person died because they were starting at like 30% health. Because we're not mandating healing up, and that's like exactly what we expected this season, so that's fine. Yeah, not pushing can be rough, Paul. I hear you, man. I've been having fun, but there are a lot of different variations on what non-put or not pushing means, and I've been in some of the bad ones. Carnage's heavy is too slow to do that chaining. I could have and should have gotten wrecked there. That was very weird, and I'm not sure that that was enough flashing lights to trigger epilepsy, but honestly, if anybody was watching that and that did throw you, I'm sorry. I might actually put something into the description or a pinned comment or something after this. I'll try to remember. Because, like, I know that you're kidding and my audience isn't that large, but that would feel pretty bad if I did cause someone to have something because the cable got a little bit loose. Hey, my gang. Fury Masteries? No. Because there aren't really any champions that have absurdly short Furies the way that Nick has absurdly short bleeds. And even if they were, like, what are they again? I'm checking Aunt May. Yeah, because they're not half a second, they're 0.2 seconds. Like, if putting 4 points into those masteries gave you 2 extra seconds on Furies, we might be talking. But 4 points for not even a full second is completely worthless. Yeah, and those disclaimers are there for a reason. Like, the last thing anyone wants is for somebody to have a seizure because they were playing video games alone in their room, right? Is Act 5 completion worth it? Got Cavalier this weekend, max to spare, 1 point in willpower. Thanks, Pony. Glad to hear that. As far as completion being worth it, it kind of depends on where you are, right? Like, if you can move on and do some of Act 6 and get, potentially get Thronebreaker or at least get the completion rewards for one of those chapters, like there are better rewards that are quote more easily accessible, but it depends on how much you have access to. Like if you did that with the help of a lot of 4 stars, then Act 6 is going to be brutal for you, and so I don't recommend that. If you have the team for variants, that might be your next move instead. But if you don't have the champions for specific variants, then maybe exploring Act 5 is the best thing you can do right now. It all just it's kind of an account by account call in my opinion, and I would focus on doing one chapter at a time that way because you may get rewards that allow you to do Act 6 or variant or something else. Hey Shibby, how's it going? Will Colossus be useful in 6.2? I mean, I definitely didn't use him in 6.2, but that doesn't mean that's a no. There are a lot of people who love Colossus for act content. Trying to actually quake against this AI. 30 hits? Wasn't awful. I feel like he's close. I mean, your 6-star luck may not be awesome, but you have more good 5 stars than I did when I started moving through Act 6. You may be able to get something done there, Pony. My recommendation is try, like, take a look at Cat Murdoch's maps and plan ahead. Like, look at all of Chapter 1 of Act 6 at once and go like, okay, I can take this lane, I can take this lane, I can take this lane, right? Plan that ahead of time so that you know before you spend any resources, you will actually have an option for all the bosses and one of each of the paths all the way through. Then it's worth it. If you don't have a way to get through one of those quests efficiently, then spend time on earlier content. Wow. Yeah, I honestly may not make it all the way through, but I'll see what I can do. How's it going, Devil Dog? Yeah, it's always nice to do that stuff with no units spent. Congrats on that. Yeah, that's fair, Images. I just figure that the next feature is looking good enough. Even from the we've seen kits for 5 of them, right? Because it's what Wiccan through Quicksilver is the 5. And yeah, so basically, if me picking up another 1,000 shards here is the difference in opening another one of those crystals before it goes away, that's time well spent, in my opinion. Not saying that you made a mistake. Uh, just saying that's why I'm going for it, even though I may not finish. I agree with work illusion. Um, oh, unawakens? Maybe not. Hmm. Unawakened, I don't think I would rush on any of them. I mean, Punisher 99 is a very, very good champion, but it helps a lot to run him regularly with Captain America and or have him awakened. Um, if you if you run Cap, then it can be worth ranking an unduped Punisher. But if you don't use Cap that much and or you don't have a good one, then I'd probably hold off on him. Howard's dupe is next to useless. I mean, it makes him good against Domino. Personally, I do kind of like that. But you're not wrong. Crit resistance isn't bad. Because, let's see, where are his armors before the fight starts? There it is. Blah, 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 blah. So you're probably looking at, let's say you get 5 armor ups. That's around 13, 1400. Um, yeah, let's say 1400 armor. Is this a rank 4? But then at Sig 200, that would be a little bit less than 600 crit resistance, which is 19%. It's not bad. It's better than Killmonger. I think that having Howard awakened for the base ability accuracy of 115 is nice. It basically lets you play around one disorient for free and lets him take Domino. I mean, it is only with class advantage, but I don't know that it's completely useless. I don't know. I think I would just wait because if you need a prowess removal option and you're willing to run the synergy that turns Howard into that, then you can take him up. Otherwise, I just wouldn't hurry on any of them. I would not rank Vulture. I hate Vulture. I don't know that I agree with that images. Some of the top techs do similar things, but I do not see it as a weak class. I understand why, Sim. Personally, I think that Nimrod is criminally underrated against non-mutants. I think an awful lot of people are just too focused on, like, oh, look, Nimrod with recoil and power back boosts, which is definitely just best against mutants, and don't really understand the nuance of how to properly play him with the special 1 into the special 2 rotation, don't understand the value that his special 3 has, and or are the same people saying, Nimrod's dupe is good, but it's not that good, when it absolutely freaking is. I think they're both very good champions. I want both ranked and high sig. Um, I think that trying to like pick one or the other isn't terribly productive. There definitely is some overlap between them, but I think there's actually quite a bit of power and variation in the tech class. I like it these days. Like out of my rank 3s and above, I have what? Sam, Guardian, Mysterio, Nimrod, Penny, Punisher, Sentinel, Warlock, and War Machine. That's a fair amount of variety. And like, I'm going to bring up Ultron. I'm going to bring up Age of Ultron at some point. I'm going to bring up Yondu, Omega Sentinel. I might bring up Rocket. If he ends up good, I would rank Silver Centurion as different from all of those. If he was awakened, I'll probably rank Spark at some point. He's completely different. I like Tex. Like, there are a few older ones I'd love to see get tuned up, like Green Goblin or Darkhawk. But yeah, I like Tex at the moment. Omega is not always better for non-mutant fights, Illusion. That's exactly what I mean. Omega's damage is not based on passive damage over time. Omega does not have an incredibly strong energize. Yeah, they're not the same. They both have their place. Sometimes it's one, sometimes it's the other. But I feel like you're speaking to exactly the kind of underrating of Nimrod that I mean. Everyone knows he's powerful, but I think it's kind of missed in all the ways he is powerful. Yeah, and Kabam got the feedback last year that this arena was not fun. I don't think anybody's happy to see it back. I imagine Kabam Mike is not happy to see it back because it means he has to deal with more complaints about it. Let's just hope it doesn't return. I was wondering when someone would bring that up. Stover? Hold on, let me finish the fight. This is a complicated issue. There are a few different things here. I know the elephant in the room is that KT1 has thrown shade at Karate Mike using his name popping up in the deep dives. I think his name popping up in those deep dives does indicate that Mike has probably gotten a check or two from Kabam in his, you know, in the last few years. That does not mean he's an employee. Speaking as somebody who came out of the music world, there is a big difference between does occasional gigs for and is employee of. As for whether that should be declared, I don't know, man. That's kind of between Mike and Kabam, and the fact that the information has kind of been obvious for a while. He's been asked about it, right? It's not that he's lied about it, he just hasn't addressed it, as far as I know. I really don't mind. Because I would think that the best thing for, like, the best policy for Kabam to have on that kind of thing would be to give people a choice, right? And even if somebody decides to go public, when, where, and how all matter. Like, think about the fact that we all know Nick works for Kabam now, right? As a balance designer. He was working for them for a while before he went public. That's not because he was trying to hide it. That's not because he was trying to lie to anybody. It's because he was trying to get sorted the details of exactly how that whole thing would go. And when he went public, people were still awful to him about certain things. I was in Discord chats where he was tagged nonstop. People blamed literally everything that ever happened on him. It's like understand what this community is, I think it was within Mike's right to not engage with it. And now he's kind of been forced out into the open. I don't know, man. There's also, as far as I can tell, like the what we have proof of is him recording videos for them, right? It doesn't mean he's on the econ team. It doesn't mean that he's behind like new offers that come out. There's kind of some separation there. Yeah, I don't know. It's a complicated thing. I think it's Mike's choice. I'll see where he goes. I think the public outing thing is pretty distasteful. And on another note, this is something I do want to make very clear. The community has constantly, for as long as I can remember, been begging, insisting, demanding of Kabam that they have more tier 1 players involved in their process. If Mike has been more involved than just recording the deep dives, it's probably good for the game. It's something that we've all been asking for. So why go after him for it? It shows that he can be biased? Dude, everyone is biased in this. I'm sorry, I don't buy that at all. Like some YouTube a YouTuber who breaks news of this is biased because they're getting reviews for it. A player who wants certain things of their YouTubers but not others is biased. Like everyone has biases. I get what you mean that you want to know what his biases are, and I generally lean in that direction. If he's a full-time employee, I would want at some point for it to be known, right? Like I do think that it's good that J-Nick went public. At the same time, like you're going to deal with a lot of other people in this world who do not declare all of their biases to you, and that doesn't mean they're lying to you, and nobody's going after them. So I'm pretty conflicted on that. I'm also in the CCP, Stover, and I've seen how Karate Mike talks about certain things when he's giving feedback. He's not just cuddling up to Kabam. Like, I'm not going to air any dirty laundry in there, but when criticism is due, the guy gives criticism. If that's what you're worried about, that he's not going to call Kabam on their crap because of a paycheck every once in a while, let me just tell you right now, you don't have to be worried about that. Yeah, I'm sure it has, Paul. I can feel myself getting animated over this as well. I'm not personally close with Mike, but a lot of my good friends in this game are good friends with him, and I'm feeling a little bit of it. If you get a job with Kabam, everyone will log in and find Domino deleted. I can empathize with that a bit, Sim. Does the heal reverse potential work with Annihilus's debuffs? Okay, so the thing about the Despair Mastery, NYK, thank you for the topic change, is that the Despair Mastery can reach up to a 100% reduction. but it cannot reverse on its own. So Annihilus's debuffs can take you down to 100%, but you need something extra, like a Petrify or a stun when you're running the Petrify Mastery, or like a Spectre debuff. You need something else to take it over the line into actual reversal. So Annihilus on his own cannot usually reverse healing with Despair alone. Yeah, what Sim said. Now, if you're running Annihilus with like Mr. Fantastic and you keep knocking down the opponent, you maintain the 40% Petrify, then yeah, you can get 40% heal reversal pretty easily. I completely forgot to play the whole Hawkeye minigame until the end there. Funnily enough, it doesn't work too well if you're only half trying. Void is out. Finally, Mr. Fantastic will reign supreme when Void is not in the game. No, he parried my heavy. You jerk. Oh well. It's not like I'm really paying attention. At this point, I should have just gone for the special 3. Was trying to make Magneto slightly interesting, and that's just a losing battle. Change his agility to decelerate. That would be really interesting, wouldn't it, Sim? Oh, I know, Meta. I'm not going to sit here and defend them to you. I just want the shards. And normally there aren't arenas worth playing on Sunday anyway, so here we are. Yeah, exactly, NYK. There's that 100% cap is there for a reason. That would make for an interesting synergy. Who would you make that a synergy with? I don't know much about Sentry in the comics. That special 2 does absolutely nothing. That was depressing. Okay then. I really need to get better at playing Wiccan. I mean, not quickly. I don't have the 6-star, but that was not optimal. I think I should have run straight for the special 2. I probably should have spaced out the spells to get more uptime on the pause. Yeah, I've been jealous of your Wiccan, Bryce. I hope you dupe him soon. Such a beast. Would change the existing synergy that Sentry has with him. Okay. That's interesting. Hey, Kyle. How's it going? A short list of champs that benefit from max recoil? I mean, you're basically looking at characters that win fights in war with power backs before it becomes a problem. Um, because anywhere outside of that, max recoil is pretty dumb. The two exceptions off the top of my mind would be magic if you're only running double edge, because limbo is going to give you the whole thing back. Sorry, three exceptions. Magic with only double edge, ghost with hood on the team so that you phase the recoil, and eye hulk because it's going to add to gamma either way. In war, when you're using power backs, then, CGR, Corvus, Nebula, the list gets longer, but I wouldn't recommend it as a general rule. It's going good, Kyle. How about you? Sentry has to be on the watch list for buffs, or are you hoping? I don't know, because the thing is that, like, he's been buffed a few times, and I've seen people do some really cool things with him. But I also heard a something about his indestructible being bugged. I haven't really paid enough attention to understand the full story, honestly. So maybe somebody else has some more thoughts on that. Because I know that what's the Forgotten, who has a YouTube channel with some cool rank 4 Sentry stuff. And the thing is that I know a lot of people don't invest in him because he needs high sig, right? But if he's currently already good when people invest in him, then there's gonna be limited room for a buff, right? Because you don't really want to raise the ceilings too much of champions with great results. And I have no idea what his numbers would look like, obviously. I don't know. He might be on the list, but I doubt he's at the top, is what I'm saying. Because he's already been buffed a couple times, and so it's my guess is that they've tried the obvious things, and buffing him again might require a bigger rework. And he obviously is way better than some of the old champs with basically no kits that are easy to rework because you just replace the whole thing. The hardest characters to buff are those ones in the middle that have a recognizable kit that we just don't think is good enough. Like a perfect example is Jane Foster. Because while I know some people would have been okay with removing the stun chain ability from her kit as a trade off to making her stronger, I'm pretty sure in a general sense the community would have gone absolutely nuts if that was removed. Thanks, work. Um, and if you're not allowed to remove the stun chain, then you have a clear upper ceiling on what you're allowed to do with the kit, because stun chaining is a really powerful ability if you tune it up too high. And Sentry kind of has a similar thing where he has healing and indestructible, right? If you're not changing the core of the kit, you kind of have to be careful. So I guess the long and short of it is, you might be right. He's probably on the list somewhere because Kabam has to know not everybody is happy with him. but I kind of doubt he's high on it because it doesn't sound like it'd be easy work. Are we going to be in the next meta by Wiccans featured? I don't think so. It'll probably be like halfway through the next season. I can't remember PWF. That's funny, Cyber. How's it going, man? I heard John teased about that, Eduardo, yeah. I saw that notification in the CCP last night that they were going live, and I was like, oh, I'll check that video later because I'm curious to hear what John has to say. And then I woke up this morning and saw that the world was on fire. But yeah, that is a cool little piece of, I don't know if news is the right word, but I've been waiting a long time for BPCW to get buffed. Speak of the devil. At least they wouldn't have to change his animations. Those are still pretty sick. Taking him to rank 4 is a meme. I think someone has. Like, I don't think it's public information that I can share as to the specifics, but there was a bit in the like some Kabam employee posted in the CCP a couple weeks ago, like the list of characters where no one has a rank 4 yet, and it was shorter than you'd think it would be. And I'm not sure he was on it. I can't remember. Still find him annoying as a defender? Yeah, there's some stuff there. Like he has clear answers, but there is a defensive kit for sure. God, I hate fighting Scarlet Witch. Just a whole bunch of you do no damage. That would be funny, Eduardo. Like, I'm pretty sure somebody has taken Iron Patriot to rank 4. But then, like, maybe Superior Iron Man is still up for grabs. I can't remember exactly. It was a weird It was a weird list because like people have taken up some of the memes, but not all of them, right? It's like the sweet spot is basically somebody who's a terrible rank but isn't quite terrible enough or memorable enough to fully be a meme. Kind of a tough needle to thread. Kingpin, Moleman, Hood, Negs, Guardian. Yeah, that sounds like a good team. That's pretty fun. I don't think I've actually used post buff jugs until just now. Are there any Cyclops? I think there's a red one? I don't remember, man. I think at this point I'm speaking more based on my guesses than on any true memory of the list. I mean, the thing is, NYK, that, like, yeah, he could technically get the health back, but max recoil only boosts your specials. Are Beast's specials his primary source of damage? Because if not, I wouldn't bother. And you probably want that healing for other sources of chip damage. I also hate the way his healing combos work, where it's like the first time you block, the timer starts. I remember trying to make Beast work a few times early on and losing my patience quickly. I doubt Mike has a rank 4 Electro. That's too much of a meme. I wouldn't be surprised by a rank 3. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a single rank 4 Electro. There's probably not a lot. I know there are actually a fair number of rank 3s for Battlegrounds. I ran into some of them. 1%. Do I think Quicksilver can do work as a rank 5 5-star? Absolutely. I've seen him do work in tier 1 as a rank 5 5-star. Love it when my parries don't land. Cool. 2 in a row. 3. Alright, reporting issue after this one. Hold on. I'm gonna take a quick pause. Alright, and moving on. Shang-Chi and Elsa starts clapping. Okay, that's interesting. I think I just gave up when his healing combo bothered me because it was like triggering early a few times. I was like, this just isn't worth it. But that is kind of interesting. I do like his synergy with Elsa a lot. Like her side of it, it's legitimately solid. don't remember Cyber, but that is an interesting one. Hold on. Well, that was weird. All right, 1 second, guys. Yeah, it looks like my internet just dipped there for a second. Yeah, we lost a few. Hopefully, I'll come back. Didn't drop for you at all? That's weird. Did you hear me yell downstairs to ask if somebody messed with the power? Sometime earlier this week, I wasn't in a meeting, but I was like on my work laptop doing things online, and my parents were rearranging their bedroom and like unplugged their router, and it killed my internet for like 3 minutes until um, things figured themselves out again. It's very annoying. That's kind of the cost of living at home for free, I guess. I think that was just me being slow on a light attack. Weird that I'm still seeing viewers going down. But I wonder if maybe some people were watching while doing other things and just noticed the crash and it didn't come back, but then haven't reloaded. I don't know. YouTube is weird sometimes. Excuse me. I wonder how much of a buff it would be to OG Ghost Rider if nothing was changed, but the ability to reset his curses without a special 3. Like he has 6 total as well, right? What if he also reset them when he got to 5 through some mechanic similar to CGR's? I wonder how much that would jump his stock. Hey, True Potential, how's it going? Including making his judgments guaranteed? Yeah, I probably would. I'm laughing because if you make his judgments guaranteed, then you need to change the blade synergy. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you leave the blade synergy entirely alone, and the only purpose it serves is to get him around ability accuracy reduction. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the very least, I would increase the base enough so that the bonus ability accuracy he gets against villains means that his curses are completely guaranteed against villains. Because right now there's still a small chance for them to fail, if I'm remembering correctly. Talking about when he's on his own. Cyber would rank for the 6-star instantly if that happened. That's interesting. Yeah, I used to. He was the last one I got in the Trinity. I didn't play him that much. Or no, Spark was the last one. I guess I did play a fair amount of Ghost Rider. He was fun. I know MP Blaze did a ton with him back in the day as well. Like just take hits and then heal back up to full. Special 3 after 50 hits, Beast gains 150% Fury with Shang-Chi. Every critical hit ramps his crit damage by 2%. Okay. I hear what you're getting, NYK. Still think he needs a significant buff, but that's a cool little confluence there. Kind of like Shang-Chi who could regenerate. And that right there is why it would need to be tested because that, if I were a quest designer, that would be a very scary sentence to read. Hey, Nisif, how's it going? Yeah, I didn't get Starkey forever, Bean. Back in the day, whenever I would run the Trinity, it would be like rank 5 Blade, rank 4 Ghost Rider, 4-star Spark. Hey, Dot. Good luck. God, Groot's Special 2 is so bad. Don't like Blade? Hey, man, that's, in my opinion, if the game's in a good spot, you don't have to run anyone. That was the biggest issue with Blade. Not that he was good, but that he was dominant. These days, I think Blade would be a fun rank 3 to have at high Sig if you were trying to be weird. but he definitely wouldn't be dominant. He'd have value though, because somebody, or I think, yeah, Strands pointed out to me Gallon's a dimensional being. And Blade already has power gain built into his kit. He's probably one of the better Gallon counters. Could be cool. Not with Conduit, obviously, because you need to knock Gallon down with specials. And Blade doesn't have a way to get around the healing. Other than, I suppose, maybe turning off the dots. That would be your best guess. Maybe it would still work. That would be kind of cool to see. But definitely after Conduit is gone, could be a good counter. That's one of my favorite fights, Nessa. Taken that a ton of times. There's definitely a ramp to it, but I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, we do need more sim subs this season. I do it with Conduit? No, I did not. Because I actually don't think that that would be a great option. That's it. I hadn't thought about that actually. I still think it would be doable. He would just be leaning way more on the special threes. Yeah, that's interesting. Thanks for calling me out on that. Because Archangel might be safer this season. I'll keep that in mind if we run into it. That could be a fun one. Come on, work. We've sent somebody else with Sims up already. Points for Shade. With them bringing back old nodes to Battleground, do you think there's a chance to bring back Coward? No, that would not stop the bots. The bots are just turning off nodes, Red Hat. If Safeguard didn't stop the bots from having, like, 10-second kills, why would Coward do it? I think using Coward for a Battlegrounds meta would just be a great way to really tick off a bunch of people quickly. Not to mention the first comment on the forums would be, with these input issues? And even if the input issues were entirely fixed, You put Coward in Battlegrounds for a few weeks, I guarantee you people are going to be coming back with, man, the input issues are back. Hey, Cal. I don't know. It kind of depends on how things go. I'm basically just getting milestones until I get tired of this. But maybe. First comment would definitely be, this is a slap in the face. Oh my god. That's so true. This community loves that phrase so much. Oh, we are running out of 2 stars here. I think I do need to do incursions. If someone wants to do that. I'm not sure I feel comfortable laughing at that one work. Hey, Aaron, how's it going, man? See if I can get to 600. At least lock that in. Oh, wow. Next one is my 1 stars. Yeesh. Alright, I think it's time to take a break from this. How long do they take to come back? 2 hours? That's fine, I can do some later. I got TV to watch. I'm not doing this for 5 star shards. Absolutely not. Let's see if we get any unique 2 stars here. Nice, Cyber. Nope. Oh, nice. Okay, so we have a few of the level 3 ones. I'll grab some of that. Nobody free for for incursions? I can always come back later. Just finished mowing the lawn. Well, we'll see, Red Hat. I'm not sure I'm done just yet. Yeah, I think I just need milestones work. Yeah, do you want to do like, what is that? Is that 5 through Zone 8? Is that the fastest way to do it? Been testing Valkyrie much? I haven't, no. Because I don't have her. Well, I have her as a 5-star. But yeah, I'm down work. Let me know. Um, yeah, I have her as a 5-star, but I haven't invested. Sounds good. Water sounds like a good idea. I'm actually going to go do that real quick. Your stuff on her has been interesting, though, Aaron. She definitely looks cool. Wait, what the? Sorry, I don't know why my mic just peaked there. Oh, maybe I accidentally turned it up slightly? Sorry about that. One second. I'll be right back. I'm also going to grab some water. We just had another drop, didn't we? This is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with our internet. Alright, I'll wait for work to come back. I'm going to check out the store over here for a second. Okay, so I guess these are the best. Yeah, these are the best rewards, but at the same time, as you can tell, I already have some sig stones to worry about, so I'm not going to do that. I guess I'll do this, because I can just get the others later. Let's see. Probably science and tech. New offer? No, I didn't. I'll go check that out in a second. Yeah, I know, Dot. That's what I'm saying, is that I'll pick up the sig stones later. I don't need to put more in overflow right now. Oh, I said science, didn't I? Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, and over here I'll just grab a couple calf crystals. Oh, this... That's pretty juicy. I don't think I'm going to be buying that, but that's half a cat of each and then some lower level resources for 60 bucks. It's not bad. Yeah, so half a cat of each and a rank 3 of your choice minus the tier 4 class catalysts is kind of how I would read that. Like I personally don't care much about that, but that's not terrible. How did I not have a 5-star Howard the Duck or Venom the Duck yet? Isn't he ancient? Was he exclusive for a while or something? Anyway. All right, I'll invite you, work. Well, I said for 60 bucks, nah, so I was combining them. I agree. It would be more tempting to me if it was double the R formats and it was a full cat of each for the 60. I need to rank up some skill champs. I know, I know. Maybe Black Panther Civil War to rank 2 is my next one, huh? But my last couple, I've been kind of judicious with my last few ranks because I knew I needed to be ready to take Surfer to rank 4. So, like the last few things I did was I used my last 1 to 2 gem on Scorpion. I took Scorpion to rank 3, and then I took Surfer to rank 4. And I am tapped out. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything else there. I am not confident enough to win in Scorpion to bring him in now. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, let's just say Toad for now. Why not? Why not Hulkling? Because I just rank Ford Surfer. Simply enough. Hey, Smelly, I appreciate it. Thanks for the sub. Alright. Sector 8. Just getting milestones, and then we'll call it. Alright, I'll plan on going left as per usual. Cornered, that's fine. I guess 3. Dupe helps Toad a good amount. I think that's mostly against immunes. But we'll see. It's definitely not a bad dupe. The offer is it's split into $30 Slay, but it's basically $60 for half each of the R4 mats, 4 T5B and 6 T2A, and then some gold in T4B. Gold amount is still too low for the catalysts. I agree. Whatever formula they're using to add gold to offers, I would like to see them tweak that number. No, Incursions resets tomorrow, Slay. I just haven't run it yet. If you don't see the damage with Black Widow, Aaron, um, my recommendation is to make sure that you're heavy countering with her. Not like heavy versus heavy, but bait heavies and punish them. That's the easiest way to get inside up, and that skyrockets your what you call it, your damage. Surfer's AI is annoying, but I gotta admit, it is so much better to be able to take him down without needing him to have 3 buffs on him. I have some PTSD from my AQ paths for that. Sure, we're speed running. Let's do strategic movement. Alright, let's see how Toad feels. Maybe I'll just swap him out next room, but I wanted to at least try it. I should have used strategic movement more, but that wasn't terrible. You can buy a Big Mac without meat now? Does that mean that it's like an impossible Big Mac, or is it something else? Like, insight increases how many shocks you land, Aaron. That's the thing. Dang it. That's on me. That's just rude. Alright. Entirely my fault for just completely forgetting about the evade. 3 buns, lettuce, and sauce? Okay, that's weird, Slay. That's very weird. That I don't know off the top of my head, Aaron, but I do know that the shocks themselves do enough damage that getting inside up is worth it. That's awesome work. Still so respect. Well, that looks moderately annoying. Do you want me to swap in anybody for the boss? We'll do some more testing. Yeah, I think she's worth taking to rank 3, but mainly for battlegrounds. Like that's my personal plan. That's why I was happy to have her is just to take her to rank 3 for battlegrounds. She's an absurd nuke. You can swap Gallon. Nah, it's good. I'll swap out Toad. He was kind of just a placeholder for this anyway. Um, yeah, I'll bring in Cap. That's good. You said node 2. Cool. Oh God, Slay. You have become what you made fun of just a month ago. Hey, AJ, well, how's it going? Energy resist is good. Yeah, I'll take that. Means I can probably heal Cap. Attack values are still low enough. I'll give it a shot. Maybe not. That'll do, though. I would just place those exact fights every single time against you, Slay, waiting for you to finally mess up after you've published like 4 videos talking about how easy it is because you solved it. The in-between times, like, yeah, you would look cool, and I would be willing to give you props, but like that to me, those matchups are very much a focused more on could rather than should. I mean, the main issue with Mordo is if you hit into his block and nullify your own true strike. That would be a rather unfortunate way to die. Yeah, doesn't matter a lot. You just take the damage. I mean, it's an expensive way to get a charge. You're guaranteed to take the degen damage. Feels like kind of a waste of loyalty to me. Is the degen really that low? I don't know. I thought it was worse. I love Surfer. Stun immunity, how dare. I hope whatever happens with that Incursions rework, that Norseman Surfer is still this good for it. Okay, where are we on milestones? Just two of them? Okay, I hope it spikes. Okay. Boo. Yeah, alright, node 3 it is. Oof, I'm guessing, yeah, I'm sure I'm taking down node 1. How's the boss look? Odin can take that. I'm sure Null can take that. Probably gonna be like one combo. If that. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. What is it again? Adaptive protective shielding. Okay. If this fight was later, I'd probably use Odin to make sure adaptive didn't get out of hand, but this seems fine. Protective shielding annoys me though because it just seems so hard to drop sometimes. So it's messing with all of my red numbers. There we go. Alright, old man Asgard, let's go. This should do it. God, I love Odin. I ran out of 2 stars, B. I'll have to go back to it. How's it going, guys? I'm sorry I'm not doing the arena, and I am instead doing the awesomeness that was that Odin fight. Ooh, Impact Purge. Nice, nah. Yeah, I like Surfer a lot. I really think the key is just there are good rotations. There's also a fair amount of just understanding him so that you can be flexible. Still only at 3. Uh, I mean, we do have all of the artifacts. I'm good calling it here if you want work. I probably do need to go eat. And I'm okay on gold for now. I know you are, so I'm good calling it. Not very far, Law. Yeah, I'll go ahead and call it. I'm actually getting kind of hungry, and I'm probably going to start not being able to see terribly straight if I keep going. Thanks for the run, though, man. That was a fun one. I think that's the first time I've actually used my surfer since ranking it. Impact Purge with Hyperion is, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Need Zone 8 for all the gold? Yeah, that's fine. I am doing okay on gold at the moment. I may regret that later, but if I burn through everything that Gauntlet gave me, another 66,000 is probably not going to be the difference. All right, I may be back later today with more of that arena. If not, probably tomorrow, but if nothing else, look out for the war video tomorrow. I brought Hulkling to war for the first time, and I'm in love. It's a fun one. I'm looking forward to recording that later. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and catch you later.